Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review, and today from Hasbro, in their Marvel Legends line, we are featuring Agent Jimmy Woo, as he appears in WandaVision. Alright, so this is an action figure I'm really looking forward to reviewing. It came out a long time ago, and it's just now that I'm getting around to it, mostly because I was on Amazon, and there's a third-party seller who was selling these pretty dirt cheap. I think they were like 11 bucks, and I couldn't pass up on it. I love actor Randall. I think he's always fantastic in all the roles he plays, and I think what I'm most excited about in terms of reviewing this action figure is that it's not the standard superhero fare. It's always nice to get an action figure that portrays maybe like a civilian or a police officer, or just like a normal human being. Because many a times with Marvel Legends, since they're superheroes, we're always getting the same figure in a way. They always kind of reuse the same parts, the same torsos, the same arms. But the nice thing with figures like this is that the sculpts feel a little bit more unique, and it's much more of a different experience when you handle a figure that's not necessarily a superhero. The box art's nice. We have a close-up portrait of actor Randall. He comes with the Build-A-Figure Khonshu pieces from the live-action Moon Knight, and then he comes with another hand that looks like it has his identification card on it. So let's take a look at Jimmy Woo. Alright, so here's the Build-A-Figure pieces for Khonshu if you're into the Moon Knight series that was on Disney+. Here's the top of the staff, and then it plugs into this. I think it only goes in one way, I think. Alright, so I think you want to align the numbers with each other. There's a... It's hard to see, but there's a number 2. It doesn't want to focus. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see it, but on this end, there's a number 2 on top, and then there's a number 1 over here. So I think you want to match the numbers together so it lines up correctly. And there's the staff. Here's Khonshu's arm. Nicely detailed. Seems like it could use a little bit more paint or even a wash to bring out all the wrinkles and folds and the bandages. This is a figure I'm kind of interested in building, but I always get burned out on the Build-A-Figure waves. It feels like a weird obligation. I have to buy everything, so it gets expensive. The toy collecting hobby is expensive to begin with, especially since the last year and a half we've seen a price increase across the board on everything, whether it's Marvel Legends, McFarlane stuff. Here's Jimmy Choo's, what is this? Is this his badge or ID? Yeah, it's crazy how small that printing is on here. Very clean. Yeah, this is a great figure, man. Okay, so I have looking at this figure gives me so many ideas for customs and kit bashes. You can remove his badge, which is on this chain necklace. It's a nice clean detail. If you want to put this onto another figure, go for it. And here he is. The likeness to actor Randall, it's pretty spot on. I love how they kind of capture his expression in his face. There's something very friendly and warm about the character, and it's really conveyed in his facial expression. The sculpting the hair is nice. It's a little bit soft for my taste. You know, I think it'd be a little bit more crisp, but it's all right. The coat's really well done. Pinless design for the elbow, so it's really clean. The folds and wrinkles are, I think they're just right. They're not too excessive. They're not too deep. It's a very realistic look. Unfortunately, the knees are exposed pins, which is, you know, I think that's all right. It's forgivable. But yeah, this is a great figure. If you're a customizer or a kit basher, man, there's so many potential uses for this body. You know, especially if you want to create civilian characters or maybe officers. It's really nice. And let's get a close-up look at him again. And my camera does not want to focus on him. Why is that? All right, just give me a moment. Let me adjust my focus. I don't want to do this all blurry. There we go. Yeah, so great looking figure. Articulation, head, looks down, looks up. It's so sad that a non-superhero character could look up. I have so many figures in my collection who are like superheroes who could fly, but they can't even look up, so you can't get them in flying poses. But this one, it's pretty decent. And if anything, the only thing that prevents him from looking up further is his collar. But yeah, that's awesome. Arms move. Is there a butterfly joint? Yeah, there is a butterfly joint. Cut at the bicep for swivel. Double pinned elbows. He has a diaphragm crunch, so he can kind of bend about there. Does he arch back? Not really, because his coat is kind of made of a harder material and it gets in the way. He does swivel at the waist, which is nice. I prefer this articulation scheme as opposed to the newer ones where they cut beneath the breast line, and then there is no waist swivel. I do prefer the waist swivel. I think for me that's allows for a greater range of motion and allows you to emote the character a little bit more. Again, this is kind of unfortunate. At least it's not unfortunate. It's good for him, bad for the superheroes. Like, I have some superhero figures where, you know, they can't kick up this high, and this is supposed to be a civilian character, and he has like a wider range of articulation and movement than some of the superheroes, which is crazy. Yeah, so this is a great figure. Again, if you're a customizer or a kit basher, this is a figure you shouldn't sleep on. On the secondary market, he's kind of affordable, well below retail through some sellers. And yeah, use this for anything. You know, if you want to make a Matt Murdock wearing a coat, like Peter Parker wearing a coat, or Cyclops wearing a coat, you know, this figure is more than fits the bill. It's great. A lot of uses for this one. All right, so I can't recommend this figure enough. With that being said, let's wrap this one up. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. All right, later.